All right.
That's what we thought. We thought you were gonna film us.
Yeah, yeah. Because so this is gonna be, we're gonna do this every Monday, and I hope that some of our students that are online.
I don't know if you're good. So I got both.
Oh no, that's good. This looks good. How's Wolf doing? You seen him lately?
How's the what? Oh, the wolf. He's going back to Texas.
Really?
Yeah, he got a notice to pay her. It wasn't a notice to pay her quit. It was a notice to stop smoking, which is not the same thing as a notice to pay her quit, which is what he hasn't done either.
You said a
But I
notice to
said,
stop
don't worry about it because you have to take it to court, and only the sheriff can evict you by law, and so on and so on. And then he sends me an email, says, "Screw Colorado, I'm a ghost here. I'm going back to Texas." And he loved Texas anyway, so he might as well just go back there.
Yeah, that's that, dude.
Oh well,
Yeah. Well,
going back to Texas this time of year is not good.
I'll so you know we have Veterans Week coming up. It'll be November 7th, the 13th, I think.
Well, Veterans Day is the 11th.
Yeah.
So the week looks like.
Oh, so we're gonna have something special here.
Oh, eight through 13 or 8 through 12?
It's like 8 through 12.
Okay.
These are veterans.
So I hate to erase this. All right, okay. I'll just talk to you
I
guys.
should have brought my guinea pig. She would have loved the vegetation.
So we got with Veterans Week coming up,
Yeah,
we were looking at how can we
I can have some call girls show up.
well, okay, we need I don't
No,
know
you don't like that idea? It beats a veggie platter, that's for sure.
So
Well, what was your first name?
Jamal.
Jamal.
Yes.
My name is Jim.
Yeah, if you I used to have like my park around here.
And they're still sitting there.
Well, I don't remember your name. Thank you, sir.
You tell everybody.
I'll tell you
that-
this, I'm the only. Wait. No, there's another guy. I was about to say, I'm the only black guy.
No, there is that weirdo guy that comes in.
Yeah. the one-
He must have been discharged because of a mental illness. God,
He's best friend.
he comes in here for 5 seconds, hits the computer and then leaves. Except for that one day he just went berserk.
Yeah, y'all were getting into it over cleaning. All right. So anyway,
You know what? I'm going to erase this one. This is for last time. Yeah. Well, it was 16.
oh, that was so fun.
I got to print that picture. We had a good time.
All right. So,
Oh, and he just put water in the,
and then coffee maker.
in that, and yeah, but nobody ever makes, the real thing anymore.
Well, you know, the thing is, you don't know how many people are going to be here.
Well,
And so if you.
I used to make coffee every morning and it would be empty by the end of the day. So somebody's drinking it. But somebody brought in that decaf coffee.
I can't do it because might as well be drinking water.
Well, it's designed for people who are trying to get off of caffeine. But why have coffee if you're not going to have caffeine?
Sometimes the therapist suggest that. Caffeine is probably, they could do without.
That's true, because caffeine can tear you up if you have anxiety and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of folks are there.
I only have 1 cup. So guys, I mean, I got that,
So the 11th, this is the 11th. So I was off.
and I kept the food
Yeah, so it's
pretty good,
Thursday,
so it
it's
should
11,
be fine.
Okay.
and that's the actual Veterans Day.
Okay.
I forgot to get sodas.
It's okay.
Did you bring anything?
Yeah, I gotta go pick it up from
Oh, you brought sodas
it got delivered to the
to your office?
no, our mail
To hell?
receiving is downstairs in the facility. So I gotta go
Oh,
pick it
until level A.
Yeah.
There's nothing down there, but the gym, oh, they have classrooms down there, don't they?
And it's receiving. So this day, we're gonna do burritos, right? I talked to Gary, and so one of the things that came up was that he felt that we are not visible as a veteran.
Nobody knows about
That's what he said. Nobody knows about it. So one of the things that we were gonna do is because we're veterans, we wanted to continue our service. So I was thinking if we set up in the student life, kind of where we had the meeting by the cafe,
it. Yeah.
and I've ordered or pre-ordered 150 burritos. And what we're gonna do is print off some facts.
Everybody in the campus will eat them.
They will, but what I want to do is I want to make it education.
Are you gonna sneak your business card in there?
No, but I'm gonna sneak some veteran facts. So I ordered some small sticky labels, and on each label we're gonna print a new fact about a veteran. And also I wanted you guys to write down some things that you may want to tell people, because as I was talking about it, I said one, I was talking to my mom about veterans, and my mom was like, well, that's for the people that died in war. I said, no, Veterans Day is not for the people that died in war. Memorial Day is for the people that died in combat. Veterans Day is to recognize all veterans. Everyone. Anyone that served, current military or past military.
overseas.
So things like that. I also want to identify one of my best buddies. Like, I hate when people just say thank you for your service and keep going. So I would love to come up with something that you can say other than thank you for your service to a veteran, and put it on that sticky note and teach people, hey, maybe if you meet a veteran, instead of saying thank you for your service, maybe ask them what branch they served in, or ask them what countries they got to visit or something, or tell them, hey, I really appreciate what you did, instead of like giving a general thank you for your
Visit
service.
Vietnam. No, Vietnam was so nice to visit,
Right.
but they shot at me. I don't understand.
So if anything,
It is a pretty country.
so I'm thinking on that day we'll do this, but I also want to acknowledge the rest of the week. We are going to have flag raising on this day.
That flag out there is raised all the time. They're supposed to, they're supposed to take down the American flag at sundown.
They don't take it on at night.
No, it's up there 24/7.
You sure? I thought they took it down.
No, I've never seen anybody take down that flag.
Okay.
And I've been in the parking lot at sundown,
You know
and
what?
it stays up there.
I've been to our head of security, John. He was a veteran, and I think when he worked here, he took it down. I feel like since he's retired, they probably don't take it down anymore.
No,
He used to take it down every night and put it up every morning. It was really nice.
they're supposed to take it down, they're supposed to have a 2-man folding of it, and then put it away, and then put it up at sunrise.
Yeah.
And when it gets too raggedy, when the American flag gets raggedy and you need to throw it out, you don't throw it out. Guess what you do?
No, burn that bad boy.
You burn it.
You're not gonna give anyone an opportunity.
People just treat it so poorly.
If you guys want to do like a lunch or something on this day, I'd be open.
On
to that.
Wednesday, yeah. We can have a lunch here.
Is there a light at that flagpole?
A light?
Yeah, because the American flag can't be displayed 24 hours a day. It's illuminated. So I don't know. Is that
Well, the Boy
what
Scouts
the
always
main is?
tell me to take
So I
it
don't know
down
if
at
there's
sunrise,
illumination.
not sunset.
It's from the American Legion website.
But no, when is there a light out there? I don't know. When did you read this?
You just read it. You just read it.
Oh, I'm looking at the American Legion website about caring for the flag.
I like it. See, facts like that are awesome. So a flag.
But that's not what the Boy Scouts of America taught me.
Well,
Over
the
30
US
over 40
American
years
flag
ago.
code.
I guess things have changed.
Well, no, the flag code says it's from sun up to sundown.
Right.
The lowering of the flag at night is respect for Old Glory. But there are exceptions to the rule. If properly illuminated during hours of darkness is one of the things. So
Well,
you
I
can
think
leave it
that
up there.
area is illuminated.
Yeah, yeah, so if there's a light shining on it, it's okay. Now, you were saying to make veterans visible. So I'm
It's
on
just
board with
generic,
like
but it
saying,
works.
okay, if you ask a veteran about his service or her service,
Mhm.
I'm all on board for that. But, and then another thing that pairs with is to make them visible. I mean, how could I tell that he was a veteran? I couldn't.
Mhm.
And if I knew he was a veteran, then maybe I'd say, hey, tell me about your service. You know, did you ever go to Alabama? You know, Texas, ants, you know, whatever, right? Just tell me about something. It could be, yeah, Fort Hood, and I got these fire ants. It was just a mess.
Yeah.
All right, okay, well, that's something more than thank you for your service.
Mhm.
You gave them a chance to tell them that, hey, I had some ant problems
Yeah.
on basic. So, all right, fine. So that way you're making a little connection. But how would you know to make these people visible?
So they will be the ones giving out the burritos.
But there's a lot of veterans in school, and maybe they're gonna come by, grab a burrito, give a little heart tug, okay, go back to their English class.
Mm.
So everybody in the English class won't know that this person's a veteran.
No, that's true.
So if you want to make these people visible,
Mm.
we'd have to do something. I mean, if this person had a T-shirt, said Front Range Community College, Veterans Resource Center,
Mm.
and then he was sitting in his English class, then someone with the burrito would say, hey, you're a veteran. Yeah, because I got the T-shirt. But you want to be able to look at someone
Mm.
and see easily that he's a visible representation of the Veterans Resource Center.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know if the people wear hats, people wear headbands, you know,
Some
wristbands.
of
I mean, everybody might wear a T-shirt. You don't have to get like a jacket.
VRC veteran services.
Yeah, I don't know if people would notice that.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to get like a jacket or a sweatshirt with some maybe like a cheap version of
So you think you're making some shirts?
I don't know how much the
Some
T-shirts.
cheap.
I'm thinking T-shirts might be the way to go. And if you have like a T-shirt, and you know what? I've been to New York City. You go around the shops, they have like souvenir T-shirts. You get 5 T-shirts for $10.
Mhm.
I mean, you can get a lot more, and they're gonna last a while, a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
But it's like $2 for a shirt. Well, I don't know if you have the bargaining power or like these other veteran centers, if they have like all the community college veteran centers, we don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Mhm.
I mean, if there's like a Tacoma and what was the other one, San Jose,
Mhm.
it's like, hey, because if you can contact their office and say, well, how do you guys make your veterans visible?
Mhm.
And so that would be the key that you mentioned earlier, you know, show them that you're a veteran.
Mhm.
Well, if the fella has a T-shirt or the gal has a T-shirt, instant acknowledge.
Mhm.
Oh, this is something only the veterans have. And then on the burritos, the tag would be, ask me about my time in the military.
Mhm.
And that would cover the visibility,
Mhm.
and it would cover the conversation.
Right.
So that would work for the burritos,
Like that.
but I don't know about how much, do you have a budget?
So as far as this week, yes. The budget is about $500.
Okay,
Well,
so one thing we may have to do is have an idea of how many veterans are we actually talking about here at the Front Range Community College.
See, that's the trick because technically we have like 350 veterans at FRC Westminster.
Because they signed up with the, when they enrolled, we checked the veteran status. Okay,
Now, let's look at how many actually use this space.
Maybe I've seen 10 in here.
So let's just double that and say 20.
yeah, Yeah, I'd probably say I've seen maybe 10 different people.
10 different people.
And the thing is, I'll see a person one time and that's one and done. I'll never see him.
I've had a few people like that.
I've used the computer here to do my math work. And then people might come in and
Use the refrigerator and kind of go.
oh yeah, or they'll sit here or, yeah, not too many people. I mean, I love the computer. I could have to print out my math worksheets, right?
Right.
This is perfect for me, but I mean, maybe, yeah, I don't think that, I mean, people do use the microwave, but not a lot of people, like, I'll spend a couple of hours doing my homework. I don't see a lot of people doing that. Some people come, maybe it's the staff, they'll come in at lunchtime, but, and they don't look like students.
Okay.
You know, you get that vibe about a student, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So, dang, so this is still kind of exaggerating 20.
Oh, yeah. That's
But
double.
okay, let's do this. Let's go back to your idea. Right? So let's say 25. Because that would involve us getting 25 veteran shirts made. And that's not bad.
What do you want to have?
Especially for a
What's that on the shirt?
Have you seen my veteran shirt, remember?
No, I don't see you with that shirt.
I don't think I have a picture of it. But it looks like this.
They used to sell VA stuff.
So we had our veteran shirt is a green, this like you know, your ACU green color, right? And it has this on the front of it. It takes up the full chest circle. And of course it has each branch of service and it's got the FRCC. It's literally this just in white on the, you know, front section. And I think the side may say like veteran club or something. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I didn't like that color last year because now I know that it's ACU green, but it just looks gross for me.
Well, you could do a white t-shirt, so that'd be your basic cost, might be down on that.
White
you
tee
do it in pink.
with this actual color.
If, I'm not sure how much the colors would, for cost things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so maybe if you just had a black ring with the blue writing,
What's
and
the
just do
basic
that.
color for a t-shirt? White?
Yeah, just have a white t-shirt with that. And then logo on the chest, and maybe on one of the sides, just put Veterans Center or Veterans Club. I'm not sure what the title would be. Or just put veterans on the side. Veteran t-shirt, right there's the logo.
What do you think that person is?
You could put that on the side. That'd be great. And that way, if we'd ever do an outside event, everybody would know it's like FRC veteran. So what does that mean? You can explain it to them. It's not just a veteran, but we're part of this organization based at this community college. In a white t-shirt.
You know, I've been to VA centers from every community college and university, and they all have a much bigger club than this place does. This is the smallest one I've ever seen.
Yeah, me too.
Well, if there's hundreds of veterans here and only less than 10% use the resource center, I mean, that may be another thing. Contact these people with the other centers. I mean, maybe if it's like, hey, Red Rocks, maybe they have an outstanding program. How would we know? Right? We don't have to reinvent the wheel here.
Our superior, so if you want to look at community colleges, Red Rock Community College is the, you know, peak for veteran services in Colorado. If you want to look at universities, CSU is the, you know, the top for universities with veteran services in Colorado. No, it's the state of Colorado. We actually, I don't know how we beat Red Rock Community College, but we beat them as far as veteran services, as far as like getting people their benefits and helping students, we beat them. But as far as student participation, nothing. It's weird though. Honestly, student participation is like I could talk to you guys. You know, it comes with maturity. You know, it takes a level of maturity to come do your work and print off your stuff, get what you need to get done. The majority of my vets that's in their 25, 30 area range, they think that they can just come here, do work, like come to class and go home. And most of them are gonna fail or they're gonna struggle. And the reason that they're struggling is because they're not putting as much time into their work as you. And so when I'm trying to connect with them and I'm trying to get them to participate in this stuff, they pretty much tell me I don't have time. I have a life. I have kind of like the other guy that you were talking about, the black guy. Yeah, no, the black guy, Will.
Oh,
Yeah. He I talked to him. He's like, I got 3 kids. I got this. I don't have time to do this stuff. Literally, the Larimer campus was their club got together. They used club funds to buy ammunition, and they got to go out to the range and shoot guns and have a good time. Well, I can't even find a club president with over a 2.0 GPA. You see what I'm saying? So we can't even kind of take the steps of a club because we don't have enough participation.
But you do have to know your audience.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's 300 plus,
Mm-hmm.
and most of them have family commitments, work commitments, therapy commitments, things like this. We can acknowledge that. Because, yeah, okay, well, we understand what your situation is, but as the Veterans Club, we want to make your life easier.
Mm-hmm.
What can we do?
That's literally why I brought this. Like, this is on Zoom. No one's there. No one's tuning in. But this is my attempt.
Yeah.
You may not have time to come to the meeting, but if you could get on your phone and go to the Zoom link, you could join. And then this is just kind of me working.
Yeah, I follow.
Yeah.
But it's like, it seems like, well, what do these guys and gals
Mm-hmm.
need, to make them feel like they're part of this group?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and I'm not a joiner. I've been to therapies, I've been to counseling, I've been to Vietnam Veterans of America for a while, and I've been to other places for a while. I'm just not a joiner,
Mm-hmm.
And things, but that's, I processed through,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm retired. I'm going, let me go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's just my story. But, and maybe it's like a lot of people, there's, for whatever reason, do they know about the resource center? Maybe, maybe not. And then it's the question, do they want to come? Maybe, maybe not. So I don't know if these people know about it, especially if they're wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, in and out.
Yeah.
So information, if we can disperse, this is the Veteran Center, and this is what we do. And if you're interested, then you can sign up for a t-shirt. That way we'd know how many to print.
Speaking of that,
they probably have a minimum of no people print.
Yeah, but if it's just going to be 3 t-shirts,
Yes.
money's gotta be.
It'll be too expensive.
Well, I mean, it's for a good cause. It costs money. That's reasonable.
but I mean, if you ever have events with a Veterans Club, you want to have a pretty good idea, like for the food, right? If you was to order chicken sandwiches, right? And you knew that there's going to be like an RSVP, they were going to have 25 veterans come here. Okay, let's get 50 sandwiches. Let's get 50 pots. Okay, 25 pots. Maybe some of them get like seltzer water or whatever, right? I'd be a Pepsi guy. All right. So
Yeah, because you're gonna have some people that don't drink pop.
yeah, but if you're thinking, okay, we're going to do an event here, let's buy 100 sandwiches. Yeah, now you're going to be stuck with 78 sandwiches, right? I don't know if that would be a thing, but if you have an idea of the people that know about the Veteran Center, 100%. People want to participate, okay, and then you can know exactly how many people are going to participate because they're going to say, yeah, I want to be there.
What I'm hearing is maybe the survey on
That would be, I think that'd be a good idea, to know exactly what you're dealing with.
so survey. We're gonna ask them about the T-shirt. We're gonna ask them about, do they know about the room? Do you know?
Why don't we take that poster that you have printed out and put it up on these bulletin boards that I've seen? Everybody else puts their stuff up on the bulletin boards, but.
So that
No,
poster
but-
right there, duty, honor, and integrity.
No, the ones out in the hallways.
Well, which
Everybody-
poster?
The 8.5 by 11 sheet,
See, I like this poster.
that right there.
Now, there's a lot of bulletin boards around the campus. There's no doubt about that. But this might be something to see. And then if it was like contact Jamal, to get, your club information. Or, something like that. So that would be a good way, you're right, having some kind of tangible way that people can walk by the hallway, say, oh, this is that.
Oh, well, the veterans have a place to meet. Well, I didn't know that. Now I do. Then I'll go.
Sure.
Because everybody reads those bulletin boards up and down the hallways. I do.
Yeah.
Well, and people walk by it, no doubt about it. If they see this one, duty, honor, integrity, they're thinking, hey, maybe their first thought is, hey, it's an ROTC program. I can save some money,
Oh, West Point. Oh, West
Yeah,
Point's
they're
gonna
like-
open up a branch out here.
Yeah, they're gonna do stuff down the
Oh,
hallway.
cool.
So we have like hundreds of people that are designated as veterans. How many people know about that? How many people want to be involved? They're giving away free food is always a,
The catch.
draw.
That's a big catch. Free food, free beer, and free liver.
Well,
And
if
then
we
we'll
would-
get somebody in here.
But if we would stick with,
No, put in free food. And then you'll probably get people that will come in.
They're asking if, do you guys want a shirt? Do you know where to be for the resources? This is important.
and what's the deal with that space and the table out in the hallway there across from the bookstore? Is that something that we could use as a veterans club?
Yeah, that was the space we were gonna use, to give out burritos, but yeah.
All right, so before that time, is it possible we could just get that for a lunchtime and have, hey, we're part of the Veterans Club, if you're interested, do like a little handout, here's a survey, drop it back. to us. I mean, because if we want to be visible, I don't think we need the T-shirts there at that time, because, I'd be behind the table, they'd know I'm a veteran.
Gotcha.
So they'd be able to tell, yeah, here's the Veteran Center. You got some free coffee, you got some free printing, you can hang out with other vets, and you got like study help here. So at least they're starting to see some activity from the Veteran Center. And then, we could certainly do it at the same time as handing out the burritos. We don't have to make it into a separate time. Say it's
Wow.
Veterans Day, we want you to be involved. So,
Like that.
ask the veteran about his service or her service. And you say, well, you're a veteran, here, take this, little handout we got for you.
I like that.
And so this way,
So we
you're
set up
con-
set up two tables. You can almost stop at one table, say hello, get your survey, and then stop at the other table and get your burrito.
yeah, so this way it's like, hey, and it depends on the day, I'd be able to help.
Right, I was thinking my idea was,
Thursday, I could do it Thursday, actually.
my idea was if we could like switch out like an hour or like 2 hours and stuff. And it's mainly just So like, I'll be up there serving people as a veteran, and then, Q comes in, he serves people as a veteran. Those students just see us and they get to know, like, oh, Q gave me a burrito. He might ask like what night, and
Well, on Thursdays, I get out of class at 10:30.
10:30.
Yeah, so I'd be good until 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so count me in on Thursdays. I think that if we can hand out the surveys at that time, I don't think we need to have a separate thing, because you want to get people to come over to the table, and that's by giveaways.
Yep. Yeah, it's always gonna be the bringer of joy. Okay. I like this. I need to start working on the survey.
Well, I asked those Red Rocks people what they do to get people actively involved.
They're the ones with the biggest center.
Mm-hmm.
For community colleges. I mean, it's the same people that, live in Wheat Ridge that go to Red Rocks, that go to here, right?
Oh, ACC used to have.
Yeah. Is that the Auraria campus?
No, ACC, that's right from.
Oh, okay. So
That's
that's
not
south Santa Fe.
No, it's in Littleton,
Yeah, it's on Santa
but it's on Santa Fe.
Fe. Okay, all right. So I
Their
follow.
parking lot is bigger than the school. No, not really.
But so on
They have
Veterans Day, we secure the tables, hand out burritos, just saying, it would be nice for people to visibly see you're a veteran. If you hand out a burrito, so you may ask a veteran, it's like, well, unless we have T-shirts there that people are veterans, they want a survey, they give you a T-shirt.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste your T-shirt on someone that's never going to use it. If someone's going to be active in the club, or at least come to the center, then they get a T-shirt.
So I'll look, because we may still have those ugly green shirts. So if we do have some, we can use those. Because like you said, then we'll have an actual T-shirt on. Other than that, the only thing that we'll have that the next time that we're a veteran is us being at the veteran table. Yeah. But this is a great start. Super good start. Let's see. I like the idea. I've been wanting to do more shirts, so that's a great idea.
I mean, if they're like red, white, and blue, or very stylish. Like a lot of people have a bicycle. I don't know what you call those, the bicycle style shirts that they wear with the logo on it and stuff. I mean, there's people that have you can do a bicycle shirt, you can do a bowling shirt, that type of style. Yeah, and then have the big Front Range Community College on the back.
Yeah.
And then maybe FRCC veteran.
Yeah.
But this is going to be a lot more than just a basic white shirt. But there's only going to be a limited number participate.
Yeah.
Get rid of all the green shirts and say, okay, there's going to be 10 people who pretty much are going to, they're not going to make it one meeting, maybe they'll miss 2, but at least they'll come to the third. Okay. All right, well, we can give this person an upgraded T-shirt. And if someone has a cool shirt on, people are going to notice that. If you just have a green shirt from the back, I think it's a green T-shirt.
Right.
If you got a red, white, and blue swash, that's gonna attract attention.
Because now I'm thinking you're walking, I see you from the back, I see that.
That would be good. Yeah, because if your boss was saying you need to make veterans more visible, you have a cool shirt, people are going to notice the shirt and then notice the writing.
The dean.
Huh?
The dean.
The dean of students.
Mm-hmm.
Is she a veteran?
She is not.
Oh.
But I mean, it would look good, you know, for her, to appear to be, you know, supportive of veterans. You know, regardless of her personal feelings or not, it's her appearance that this school is veteran friendly. We go out, all out for veterans. I mean, her job is to, you know, get people to come here.
A big thing is,
Money.
The VA is gonna pay for veterans to go to school here. So that's like a ongoing thing, you know, it's a contract. So of course, yeah, we want to support veterans so they continue going to school here. Everything he says.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's all about business. It's a business, you know, you got money involved, and it's like, hey, especially if you're involved with outside activities. I know they had like the Colorado Marathon this weekend. 2 weeks ago, they had like the Colfax Marathon.
So with this shirt, I'm also thinking of, I'm trying to find something else that says like FRCC veteran. And I'll tell you why. When we do the marathons, we usually end up putting on the marathon shirt. So like, say for example, right? No, this is still a good idea. But so 2 years ago, before COVID, we did the Ironman run.
So are you saying we participate in it?
No, we just
I'm thinking, we're gonna be hurt?
no, we did security.
Okay, or given like a, what do you call it, soft drinks or the water, people running by, you know.
Mhm.
All right, so just to help with supportive staff.
And so we, of course, you put on the Ironman staff shirt. So in those cases, I would like something that we could, like maybe that's when you, like you said, the hat or something like that.
But yeah, having that poster maybe on the table, or like if you use a sign like this, right?
Well,
We're draping it over the table. People,
I'll tell you what happened. So we're in this, we're doing security for that. This wasn't even the Ironman run. We did the hot chocolate run in Denver. We're like pretty much separating runners. And a lot of people would come and say like, oh, it's nice you're volunteering. What group are you with? You know?
yeah,
And so that's what got me to think like, we need something to show that we're together because we're technically everyone's wearing an Iron Man shirt. And so people, you know, they see you like, oh, hey, you know, it's nice that you're doing
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
And so that's what made me think like, maybe if we put the hat on, then you'll say, okay, well, they're all.
yeah, because
they're
all the
together.
staff is wearing the same uniform, right?
Mhm.
So that the security knows, okay, all right, so we have a T-shirt for in-house
Right.
use, so the other students or faculty,
Mhm.
you know, acknowledge this,
identify.
that, oh, these are veterans here in our school.
Right.
And then outside, a baseball cap,
Mhm.
you know, Front Range Community College.
Mhm.
You know, I'm sure it has to have that to get the approval of,
Yeah,
any type
for the
of
spirit,
advertising. Yeah, for the spirit. Yeah, anything that says FRCC, you know, is gonna be free advertising. Well, it's gonna be advertising for the school.
Mhm.
And if they do a fun run or whatever, you know,
Promotion.
turkey trot at Thanksgiving or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, we can man a table and give out drinking water or whatever, you know?
I like that. And like you said, we're
So
still
the cap,
advertising.
yeah, the cap for general use outside,
Mhm.
you know, but if you're walking down the hallway and you got a cool T-shirt on, which maybe during the winter it wouldn't be that evident, but if you're in class,
Yeah.
someone says, oh, you're a veteran. That way you'd acknowledge their status, and if they got the burrito, they'd say, hey, what'd you do?
Yeah, no, I remember you guys saying about freedom. So yeah, what'd you do? Or
Yeah,
that connection.
give me
Okay.
a little something about your veteran service,
Like that.
you know?
Okay. I'm also working on because you know the TVs around campus kind of look.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a flyer this week, pretty much. I guess it'll probably be something like that. Do we honor integrity? And
Especially if you're a veteran, you would see that. It would draw your attention.
oh yeah, that flag. Like literally,
Yeah.
I can
because you see all this other stuff, you know, the emergency things, this is that, okay. Look at all this stuff on this board. It doesn't really, you know, it's all right.
Mhm.
But, you know, very clearly, this would attract my attention rather than anything else here.
I like that. I think
I'm not sure about any kind of giveaway. I know if they have like front range green college pens or frisbees or, you know, crap like that, right?
I know, I thought about that, but most of the time when I see students do that, they kind of just, like, you look at the trash can is full of all the
Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, well, yeah, I'll take a pen. How many times do I need a pen?
No, I'll tell you the worst one they got is, it has a air pressure checker. It's a FRCC air pressure checker. It's like, no one wants the air pressure.
I know. The little light comes on, you go to the gas station. Hey, Costco, let me check it here, right?
Right? I'll check that driver's
I
side.
think I get on my knees and check to see how low the tire pressure.
Go check that front driver's side tire for me.
Yeah, the front one, no, it's the other side one. Oh, jeez.
Done. No.
Yeah,
air
I
pressure.
need to get air in this tire. Well, what are you gonna do? Drive over to Costco, right? It's like, I knew that already.
I didn't need a little tool to tell that. Oh man. Okay, that sounds good. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the stuff. Yeah.
What
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
you
you
looking
said you
for?
had some stuff.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
What stuff you got?
More of coffee creamer. I tried to buy some snacks, but they were out of stock. So I have to find new snacks. I had done like some.
Well, I depleted my money when I got this.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I'm out.
We'll have some more food here soon.
So you could bring by some bullion
Some gold.
or gold bars from Fort Knox.
Bring the
I
real
think
stuff.
Fort Knox is still open. Because they have those great big tanks you gotta get past.
You know, I heard that they don't store gold there. I don't know.
No, they still do, but it's not nearly what they print out in paper money.
You know, I like the idea of burritos. It's something that you can grab and go.
Yeah, it's individualized, so it's no.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's like, here it is, bang, bang, bang.
you know. And that's why I feel like, hey, let's slap some information on there. Let it take them with it. And that way, no one's going to be joining together as a group because, of course, we want to be cognizant.
I don't think you have to get a variety of burritos. But I mean, it may be politically correct to
Is it
say,
like cheese and no cheese or something?
yeah, or here's beef and beans, or I don't know what they come in because I don't really buy burritos.
I think the tricky thing is because I know in Colorado green chili is really like popular. So I think we'll probably do like some with green chili, no green chili.
See, to me, I'm very flexible.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody comes by and says, hey, we got green chili, no green chili. Well, if you're hungry, you're gonna eat it.
Yeah,
Whatever, right?
yeah.
But if you're not hungry, it's like,
Now you say that we probably need to do veggie.
but you don't want to get overcomplicated. Or here's one with no meat and green chili, no meat with green chili.
Yeah,
You know, just say, hey, here's a standard burrito, whatever the cheapest is, right?
Mhm.
And if he says, okay, you're gonna get 150 burritos. All right, so what are you gonna do? 75? Just find out what's your basic burrito cost.
I think we should do because we're gonna have our vegetarian, so we'll do veggie, cheese, and then no cheese.
You know, I would wait to find out where you're gonna buy them from.
Oh, Santiago.
Okay, and so they have a basic burrito.
Mhm.
All right, and their basic burrito, they have those three choices.
Yes. That's it. Veggie, cheese. I feel like I'm missing something. Veggie, cheese, no cheese. Oh, because it would have
Oh,
been
for meat, don't they have like a meat burrito?
Yeah, these are gonna be meat.
eat. 'Cause what
Which
makes
is
you
crazy
think
too,
that
because
you-
like, what if Betty wants to eat?
Okay,
Well,
they
then
have
to
a
me,
whole
that
lot,
shit,
right?
that cheese is crazy.
Now, I don't know if you get a discount if you buy that's the Santiago's burritos. Oh, you wanna go to breakfast burritos? Okay, right there.
Okay.
So with cheese is like a nickel more. But you know, here you got your choice of ham, bacon, chorizo, or breakfast fries. So if we're gonna do it noon, all right, these are the ones here. And people are gonna say, just a plain bean, well, you want chili inside. Looks like that's gonna be all of them. So this is the same price, all of it. All right. If you just go,
So
You know-
everything is something to take. And how many is that? That one. So 8 and go for 150.
see, that's gonna get too complicated. You want something, keep it real simple. All right, chicken's out, probably chinchorrone's out. You go bean and beef, bean and cheese. Those are the same price. You go a bean and cheese, that's with the chili, $3.15 per. You wanna go beef and bean with the chili, $3.15.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't think you have to give them a lot of choices. But if you want a vegetarian, that just be plain bean,
We'll do like 10 vegetarian.
all right? So just, I guess it's just plain bean with the chili inside is $3.15. So these are all the same price. And I don't know if they would actually, because of having a school discount.
We did tax free, so at 150, it's gonna come out to like $450.
Okay, so it's gonna be $3.15 times 150. Be $472.
Then some kind of way we get a discount because we're tax exempt, so it should come up like 402.
Okay, but this is just a straight $3.15 for.
Mm.
Now, if we're gonna order like 150 burritos, there may be like a group discount.
Oh, maybe that's what they're giving me because they put it before 405.
Yeah, so the thing is, if you're gonna order 10 burritos, straight up $31.50. You're gonna order 100 burritos, oh, we're gonna give you a 10% discount.
I like this. It's 90 is 100, and then we would have, we could do 25 and 25. So what's two more types of burritos?
All right, so it was bean and cheese, beef,
Okay.
well, beef and bean. Okay, and then you have bean with chicharrones. You got bean and carnitas. You have chicken with rice. So that's all their basic burritos.
That's good. That's it.
All right, so it's like, the choices would be bean and cheese, beef and beans, beans and chicharrones, chicken with rice, beans with carnitas, and there's also one called carnitas.
Okay.
And those are all going to be listed at $3.15.
I think this is it. Now, the only thing, like, that would be weird is if someone chooses more than the other. That's why we did 10 big.
Well, if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. Okay, here's what we got for you. We're gonna give you something to eat. For me, I would not make so much of a choice. Because people are gonna come over to the table and you're gonna say, hey, you want a burrito? What kind do you have? We have this one, we have this one, we have this one, we have This
I'm
one,
thinking,
just say, hey,
it should be cheese, no cheese, or veggie.
yeah, so something really, really simple. So if you're gonna go with veggie, it's just gonna be the bean burrito only. So bean, to cover your veggie. Cheese. Do you know what chicharrones is?
I have no clue. You know what chicharrones is? You,
What?
what's chicharrones?
I have no idea.
You know what carnitas is?
My deceased wife
Carnitas
was
is-
Mexican, but I have
like,
no idea.
like shredded.
Oh, shit. Crazy.
All right, well, let's, for the,
Yeah.
so
You
you know
think we should boost the
cheese.
numbers?
Well, if you just go with chicken with rice, that doesn't have any cheese.
Okay.
If you're gonna go with straight bean burrito, chicken burrito, and then you're gonna have to get one with cheese. It could be like a beef and cheese, or. Well, here's what you got.
No, the beef and cheese.
Well, they don't have beef and cheese. They have bean and cheese. And beef, but I mean, as far as the only vegetable one, they have bean or bean and cheese. But if you're like a vegan, you're not gonna have cheese.
Right.
So the bean works. The no cheese,
Yes,
chicken and rice works.
yes.
All right, and if you're gonna have one with cheese, yeah,
Let me give it a cheese.
yeah, if you're just gonna go with three choices,
Because like you said, let's limit the variety.
yeah, if you just go with veggie, straight bean, no cheese would be the chicken and rice. So that gives a good thing because people don't want beef, they like chicken, you can go there. And actually just have, maybe you want to up the bean burrito. So that you got
Beef and bean or just bean?
just bean, because that's gonna be your veggie option. Just bean. So that's just bean. So it's vegan friendly, vegetarian friendly.
Yeah.
All right, so now you got three types of beef.
This is great, because now we're literally doing, you either do carnitas, chicken, or beef.
Yeah, and maybe erase the bean and cheese.
Because it's veggie.
Yeah, because if we're gonna have bean burrito, I mean, it's gonna be, hey, if you like bean burrito, and they got green chili in
Right.
there. All right,
So let's erasing that.
so the choice would be carnitas and beef.
So 30. Yeah, 70, 60, 110. and 30.
Okay, so this carnitas is like braised meat that's kind of like shredded.
Yeah, carnitas.
All right, so if we was just to go with, all right, so you got four choices there. Says, hey, you want a veggie option, or you got carnitas,
Carnitas,
chicken,
or beef.
or beef with bean? Because sometimes this was saying carnitas is actually oftentimes made with pork.
Oh, that makes sense. I can see that. Where is it? Make sure I get this on camera.
Yeah, so those four choices I think would cover everything. So you got like a pulled pork burrito, you got a beef with some beans, got the chicken and rice, and you got the straight bean burrito. And they all have green chili.
The famous green chili.
Cover everything.
Yeah, because that's why we 350. Because it'd be cheaper if we did chili.
Yeah, the thing was, those prices were actually Not sure how to get it back. Don't worry.
Oh my God.
And 12:04.
Okay.
All right, so the thing is, if you wanted to go with the no green chili,